Excuse me, I'm from the Children's Welfare Center.
Oh.
We got a call from your neighbor that there was a dying child in your house.
We don't have any children. My name's Mary. This is my husband, Aaron, and we've been married for a year now. Since being married, I've been focusing on being a homemaker. Aaron, do you want to watch a movie together?
That sounds great! Let's just relax and watch movies all day today!
Aaron and I don't have any children yet, but we're enjoying each other's company for now. We wanted to have a child when the timing felt right, so we weren't in a hurry to have one straight away. So we decided to simply just enjoy each other's company for the time being. One day, Aaron's sister Karen contacted us and told us that she wanted the two of us to go see her at her new place. Karen's completely different from nerdy little me, so I don't get along with her that well. I don't know why she'd want us over. I tried not to overthink anything, but I couldn't help but get a bad feeling about it. Hello. Thank you for having us over.
Why'd you call us over to your place out of the blue?
Ta-da! Look!
A baby? When did you give birth to a baby?
Just recently. Isn't she cute? Her name's Teresa. I called you both over today because I have something to tell you two.
What else is it that you want to tell us about?
I hope she isn't going to unleash anything crazy on us. That's what I'd been thinking to myself. But alas, what Karen had to say to us was indeed crazy. To sum up what she just told Aaron and I, Karen's ex-husband had divorced her after he found out that she'd been sleeping with a different married man. And the baby was the product of having been with said man. But she hadn't been able to get in contact with that man since she found out that she was pregnant. So she wants us to help her look after her baby. Those were the key points of what she told us.
But Karen, we have our own lives too, so there isn't gonna be much we can help with.
Come on, Aaron. You have to make time for me and my baby. After all, we're family. Think about the position I'm in. I'm a single mother trying to look after her baby all by herself. But that's not on us. Why do we have to cover for your reckless behavior?
You're the one that brought this whole situation upon yourself!
Of course I know that, but baby Teresa here hasn't done anything wrong on her part, right?
Well, that's true, but still.
Obviously, Karen was in the wrong here, but she was trying to get out of her responsibility of taking responsibility for her actions. And because Aaron is always nice to people, he decided to answer to her needs in order to look after Teresa whenever Karen was too busy to do so.
Coming! Who'd be at our door so early in the morning?
I was just in the middle of having a great dream. I was surrounded by all my favorite characters, and we were just about to go into the jacuzzi together. Good morning! I know it's super short notice, but can you look after Teresa today? What? Oh, and also, please make sure to buy everything you need in order to look after her on your own. I didn't bring anything. I can't believe she came and attacked us on her own grounds. How do we get out of this one?
Come on! You can't just come here and drop Teresa off like this!
But you said yesterday that you'd help me when I needed it. Were you just lying to me then? Were you having fun lying to me like that? That's so mean of you. No, we weren't lying to you yesterday. Treating new moms like that can make their postpartum depression worse, you know.
You're depressed? Come on, we both know you're actually depressed right now.
Stop telling me what I am or am not. Do mothers not have the right to take some time off to relax? That kind of thinking is what drives new mothers to depression, you know. I think there's truth to what you're saying, but still, I don't think that necessarily applies to you in this situation here. You two really have no responsibility for your cute little niece, do you? We understand. We'll take care of Teresa just for today. It's good that the two of you finally came around. Well then, bye! I can't believe she just left like that.
Seriously, I wonder where she's off to so early in the morning.
I mean, I guess we don't have anything to do today, so it worked out for us. Anyway, Teresa's so cute.
I still can't believe she didn't drop off any of the things we need in order to look after Teresa, though.
That's right. How are we supposed to look after her without any milk to feed her or diapers to change her with?
I'll go buy some things we might need.
I've never thought that I'd be looking after my niece before looking after my own child.
I'm back with the things we'll need.
Oh, welcome back. Teresa's been crying the whole time since you were gone.
Maybe she's hungry?
Maybe we should watch some cartoons with her? Do you think she'll enjoy cartoons about samurais or demons more?
Neither! Especially demons. She watched anything with them in it, she might be traumatized. I've seen the cartoons you watch. The demons always end up slicing each other up. We can't let her see that.
But that's what makes it so interesting.
No! Let's at least watch some kid-friendly cartoons then.
Wait, Aaron, it seems as though Teresa might have a fever.
What?
Do you think it'd be better if we took her to the hospital now?
Let's do that right away!
Lucky for us, Teresa's fever wasn't anything serious. But Aaron and I were still so frantic about everything to do with the baby because it was our first time looking after one. We're so happy that you're okay, Teresa. Have a good sleep, okay?
I'm really tired now. Looking after a baby really requires a lot of energy.
Hi, you two. I'm back. Was Teresa a good little baby today?
We were running around everywhere today. Teresa had a fever, so we had to take her to the hospital.
Oh, really? But you were here to look after her, so that's fine. That's how you feel about the situation?
Come on now, you have other things to say to me and Mary, and even to baby Teresa concerning this situation, right?
I hope the two of you will continue to take care of her when I'm busy again, later. She's thinking of dropping off Teresa with us again. We're not ready for that yet. Just like that, Karen ended up dropping off Teresa at her place pretty much every weekend after that. Dear Mary, look after Teresa again as well today, okay? Karen, wait! I have work to do today. Your priority should be to look after my baby. Later. No, wait, Karen! Oh, baby Teresa, you poor little thing. I don't really like Karen, but Teresa's such a cute little baby. She's such a little angel. Like this, it was putting a strain already on Aaron and I that Karen would leave Teresa with us every weekend. Things got even worse from there, and she would drop Teresa off with us even on weekdays when we had work. One day I even opened the door to find Teresa outside all by herself. Karen had left her there without even waiting for us to make sure she was safely inside the house. This is horrible. How dare she leave her child like this? Because of this, every weekday that Karen would leave Teresa at our doorstep, I had to drive to Aaron's parents' place and drop off Teresa with his parents before I went off to work. I never understood why Karen wouldn't just go and drop Teresa off with her own parents directly. And after work, I'd go pick Teresa up from her grandparents, and then I'd finally get home and hand Teresa over to Karen around midnight. Like this, Aaron and I's daily routines had been greatly affected by the actions of Karen. So Aaron went to go have a word with her, and he even told his parents to please have a word with Karen, but nothing's come of it now. Karen refuses to listen to what Aaron's saying to her, and their parents are also somewhat on Karen's side, and we felt like there was nothing else we could do. I can't do this anymore. Because of work and having to look after Teresa too, I haven't been getting enough sleep. Even if I think about my favorite cartoon characters, they can't help me through these tough times.
Why is it that we had to pay for looking after Teresa? Buying milk and diapers isn't exactly cheap. Grr! Can't believe this is happening to us.
Karen refused to listen to what we had to say to her, and she would just keep dropping off Teresa with us. Dear Mary, good morning. What's wrong with the two of you? You both look like monsters or something. Hey, don't subtly call me Shrek. I look like this because I haven't been able to sleep for days on end now. You know not getting enough sleep is bad for your skin, right? Thanks for looking after Teresa today, too. About that, we won't be able to look after Teresa anymore. What?
We've had enough of you. You leave Teresa with us on weekday mornings without any heads up, and you don't even pay for the things we buy in order to look after her. Doesn't matter if you're my sister or not. We can't keep it giving in to you anymore.
If you need help looking after Teresa, then please send her to daycare. Fine, I get it.
I can't believe she just left like that. I thought she'd put up more of a fight.
Seems like Karen's not coming today.
I guess she finally understood that how she was treating us wasn't right.
I can finally enjoy watching my cartoons again.
You can do that, but since we both have a day off today, how about we go to a hot spring and relax?
That sounds like a great idea. It seems as though Karen wouldn't be bothering us anymore, so Aaron and I were able to enjoy our free time together like we'd been doing before. On this particular weekend, we decided to go to a hot spring near our house. We enjoyed bathing in relaxing hot springs and eating delicious food when... Oh, someone's calling me. I wonder who it could be.
Excuse me, I'm from the Children's Welfare Center.
Oh.
We got a call from your neighbor that there was a dying child in your house.
We don't have any children.
But there was a child in your house.
Excuse me for asking, but do you really work for the Children's Welfare Center? I'm not sure what's going on here, so I'll contact the police about this just in case.
I am, and we already took the child from your house. We've already called the police to get involved in this case.
What?
It seems as though the child was not dying, but she was hungry and crying. How dare you leave such a small child unattended?
I don't understand what's going on here.
Please get back to your house quickly. If you don't come back here and give yourselves up to the police, we'll have no choice but to track you down. Do you understand?
What's going on here?
Let's just get back for now. I can't believe we can't even enjoy our day off.
We don't even have a child. Wait, no way.
I'm sure I locked the front door before we left, so it's not like anyone could get in.
If we were to have a child in the house, they'd probably be talking about Teresa, right?
If that were the case, though, how'd my sister have left Teresa inside her house without us knowing?
Bye, Hot Springs. I'm finally here at the hot spring. Everything worked out perfectly. Now we can enjoy our time here together.
Is it that voice?
No way. This is unbelievable. There's no way she's getting away with this. Troublebusters. Oh, apparently this place has a private hot spring too, so we can go in together.
Wow, that's great for us.
Yay!
But still, I can't believe you were able to come with me to this hot spring on such short notice.
Of course it was fine. I just told my brother that I'd gotten a boyfriend, and he and his wife then gave me money to go and enjoy my time with you, so we can relax and pamper ourselves here.
Wow, you have such a great brother.
Right, he's so nice to me and he cares for me so greatly. I was able to leave that annoying thing behind, too.
What annoying thing?
Nothing.
Still, I can't believe you got a call from the Children's Welfare Center.
And apparently the police are involved, too.
Well, I guess they would have to get involved after that happened.
I can't believe they said they'd end up arresting us, too, but after we talked to them, they said they wouldn't. Wait, why are they talking about having the police involved?
What's the matter?
It's nothing. The police said that they were planning on arresting your sister as soon as they find out her whereabouts. I guess that's good for baby Teresa's sake.
Do you think she's okay, though? I mean, Teresa. After all, they did say that she was dying when they found her.
What if she doesn't make it? And I guess your sister will be in prison for the foreseeable future. I guess that was what was coming for her. So there's nothing that can be done about it now. Prison? You've got to be kidding me. You're both joking, right? Everything you said just now was a lie, right? Tell me what's going on right now. Oh, Karen, what are you doing here? That doesn't matter right now. Am I going to be arrested? Tell me now.
You left Teresa at my place again without telling me, didn't you? You left her there for hours without telling me or Mary that she was there. If you do such a thing, you know the police would have to get involved.
Yeah, but I thought the two of you were just out for a bit and would be back soon. I didn't know that you were this far away from your place. I'm arrested because of this. You two better take responsibility for this whole situation.
We have absolutely nothing to take responsibility for in what's happened with Teresa today.
I'm not a bad person. I was just hoping that the two of you would look after Teresa for a little while today too, like you usually do for me.
How is it that you can say that you were hoping for us to look after her for a little while when you were obviously checking in here to stay overnight at this hotel? None of what you're saying is making any sense. What are you all going on about? Police? Getting arrested?
It's all your fault. If you two hadn't been mucking around at the hot spring, then none of this would have happened. Why weren't you at home today looking after Teresa?
That's obviously your job. We understand if you want us to look after Teresa when you're super busy or if it's an emergency, but it's not fair on us to be looking after Teresa for you when you just want to go out and have fun at our expense. We're not your slaves.
Last time we talked to you, we told you that we wouldn't be able to look after Teresa anymore, right?
You ignored what we said, and you even had the nerve to somehow break into our place and leave Teresa all by herself.
But you'd both been looking after Teresa up until now without saying anything.
We weren't choosing to do so. You were just dropping her off at our place, so we had no choice but to do so. You're all talking about a child and a mother. What's going on here?
Babe, this is all just a misunderstanding.
Wait, I thought you were single and had never even been married.
Seriously, don't listen to what these people have to say. It's nothing. This had nothing to do with us.
I'm pretty sure it does have something to do with us. I heard some words that seem suspicious.
Seriously, just ignore all of this.
Excuse me, can you please tell me what went on between you two and Karen?
Karen here was indeed married before, but because she cheated on her then husband, they got divorced. She ended up having a baby whose father is the man that she'd previously been cheating with.
What? Not only that, but ever since she gave birth to her baby, she's been dropping her baby off with us and expecting us to look after her pretty much all the time now.
No, stop! Stop telling him everything! He had no idea what she was doing when she'd drop off her baby with us, but it's clear now that apparently she's been seeing you like this all the time.
No way! Karen, is all this true? I can't believe you hid all this from me!
Stop telling him things he doesn't need to know!
Anyway, how did you even get inside her house? I know I locked the front door!
I had made a spare key just in case I ever needed it.
I can't believe you did such a thing without telling us! It doesn't matter if you're my sister. There are still things that you're allowed to do and not allowed to do.
Also, we overheard you saying just now that Aaron had given you money to spend while at this hotel, but I'm pretty sure Aaron did no such thing. Well, about that, when I allowed myself into your place to drop Teresa off, I saw that there was cash in your drawer, so I borrowed a little.
Hey, that's our money! How dare you take money from us?
Aaron, you left cash lying around our house?
Just a little, just in case of an emergency or something.
I see. Well, I guess that doesn't matter right now, though.
I still can't believe you left your kid unattended. You shouldn't be here relaxing like this. You should be looking after her.
You two were saying something about her dying. Is she okay?
I can't believe you're ignoring looking after your own kid just to spend time with me.
I'm sorry. Please don't be angry with me.
Of course I'm angry with you. You said to me that you wanted to have a kid together with me. But how is it that I'm supposed to be okay with having a kid with someone who can't even look after her own kid that she has now?
It's not that I wasn't looking after her at all, though. It's just that sometimes it was a little too much for me.
Shut it already! You need to understand that how you've treated your kid up until now is not okay at all. You better go and give yourself up to the police straight away!
No, I don't want to go to the police or have to break up with you. It's fine. Teresa will be looked after by my brother and Mary for the time being, so things will be fine between us. So let's just enjoy our time here at the hotel together.
I can't believe you're still continuing to not take responsibility for your kid!
Excuse me. We've become aware of your situation so far, and as a result, we won't be able to let you stay here today. Please understand our decision and make your way out of the building swiftly.
That's absolutely understandable! Come on now, Karen, let's hurry up and leave!
Fine. With that, Karen was driven back to her place by her boyfriend, and we were also on our way back to our place. We explained everything that had happened to the police, and with that, Karen was taken into custody by the police. Shortly after, Karen was taken to court and found guilty of child abuse and sentenced to prison. I never actively thought that I wanted to abuse Teresa.
Even if that were true, the simple act of leaving your child in an empty house is in and of itself abusive action towards your child. If things had turned out for the worse, she may have even passed away because of your neglect.
But neglect on her part, especially for her own selfish reasons. Karen was found guilty of child abuse.
If you cannot take responsibility for your own child, then you do not have the right to be the one looking after her.
Please, I regret what I've done up until now. Please don't tear me apart from my own daughter. She's the only person I have now.
You will not be excused for your behavior by acting like her mother only when it suits you. You are the only one to blame for not being able to freely see your child anymore.
My baby! Together with being found guilty of child abuse, Karen also lost custody over Teresa.
There's no way I can keep seeing someone who doesn't look after their own kid.
No, please, forgive me for what I've done. Please don't leave me.
I can't believe I thought you were some successful career woman or something, but you're really not. I can't be with someone who barely makes any money.
What? You only wanted to be with me because you could potentially mooch off me? I truly loved you. Of course, after the trial, her boyfriend broke up with her, and so she was left with no partner and no daughter after everything. Must have been a shock for her, but it turns out that her boyfriend had actually only been using her all along, and was only after her money. So I guess things kind of worked out in her favor with him breaking up with her after all. She really needs to find better men to be with. Come on now. At least they didn't end up in a long-term relationship, I guess. My, isn't this about Karen?
What are you looking at? Who's the woman named Karen and neglected her child? Damn, this article includes her Instagram and Facebook accounts.
Now everyone knows what she looks like and her full name. If there's so much information about her out there, I guess she won't be getting another boyfriend anytime soon after she gets out of prison, that is. News about what Karen had done was going around quite a bit online. Together with her social media accounts, a lot of personal information about her was making the rounds. I guess even after she gets out of prison, people will still continue to be quite harsh to her because of what she's done. And after she gets out, she'll probably have to stay with her parents, strictly under their rules and supervision. And I don't think she'll have the guts to ask us to ever do anything for her ever again. However, as for little Teresa, since Karen didn't have custody of her anymore, after some thinking, Aaron and I decided to take her in as our own child.
Are you really okay with this, Mary? She's not our own child, but do you think we can truly look after her like she's our own?
Of course. After looking after her for a while, I started to feel like she was our own baby. She's just a baby and she did nothing bad in this whole situation. She deserves to have the world at her fingertips, and I think we can give her that.
That's true. Even for my parents, who will have to look after my sister when she's out of prison, I think this is the best option for everyone, especially Teresa.
Since we've been looking after her for some time now, I feel like things haven't really changed that much with this new lifestyle of ours. Dada! Oh my, she just called us Mama and Dada. No matter what parents do, children should have the right to live their own lives, peacefully. Teresa isn't our legitimate child, but we decided to look after her as if she were.
Don't you think it's about time that we purchase ourselves a home?
Buying property and building a house, it's also expensive. It's not as easy as you think.
Let me take a look at our household accounts to see how we're doing money-wise. Hey, we're spending way too much on food. Hand over your card to me. Instead, I'm giving you $30 a month. You can buy groceries using this money.
I can't do that.
Well, don't tell me that you can't do it until you've tried. Melanie, I love what you made for dinner tonight. You're a great cook.
I made her meal with the freshest ingredients. That's probably why everything tastes so good. The preparation itself was really easy.
You should take credit for the food because it's delicious. Sarah thinks so too, right?
Yes, I love what Mommy makes for us. You really are a great cook. My name is Melanie. I'm a typical housewife. I live with my husband Aaron and our daughter Sarah. Aaron's mother is no longer with us, so sometimes his father Alan comes over to our house to have dinner with us. Alan used to work in the military, so he can be strict at times, but he's loving in his own way and treats me like a real daughter.
Melanie, I hope that you're not having a hard time raising Sarah and also taking care of the house at the same time. Dad, you don't need to worry about Melanie. She's doing just fine. Besides, Melanie doesn't work, so she's not as busy as you you think. But I know it's not that easy spending all day with a child and having to put dinner on the table every night.
We love having you over for dinner and I love to cook, so it's really no problem for me.
I'd love to pay you for some of the groceries since I come over so often. Dad, you don't need to do that. Melanie's good at spending our money wisely, so she keeps a record of our savings and makes sure that we don't overspend.
That's right, so there's no need for you to pay for the groceries. Thank you for offering, though.
Melanie's a housewife. It's her job to take care of the family finances.
I'm not sure if my husband Aaron looked down on me or housewives in general, but he would often say mean things about me. But I couldn't say anything because he was the one bringing money into our family. I wasn't happy that he put me down, but I tried not to let it bother me too much. Tonight, Aaron was out with his friends for a high school reunion. I wondered if he'd be coming home soon.
Melanie, I'm home.
How was the reunion? Did you have fun?
Don't you think it's about time that we purchased ourselves a home?
Where's this coming from?
Well, I saw my old friends today and many of them had already purchased homes. Let's move out of this place and buy a new house.
Buying property and building a house, it's also expensive. It's not as easy as you think.
Let me take a look at our household accounts to see how we're doing money-wise. Hey, we're spending way too much on food.
I'm careful about the prices of the groceries that I purchase. I don't think that I'm overspending.
Well, numbers don't lie. You have to do better. One of my former classmates told me that he is a family of 6, and they only spend $60 a month on food. We should be able to do the same.
How can they do that? They must be growing the majority of their food in their garden or something.
And my sister has way more savings than we do. You need to try harder. What happened to all the money I earned?
Doesn't your sister work in the military? My sister-in-law Helen worked in the military and she lived in a dorm, which meant that she didn't use that much money on a daily basis.
Doesn't matter what she does for a living. My point is that she has much more money saved than we do. We are a family of 3, so $30 a month should be enough money for groceries, right?
That means that I can only use $1 a day. That's impossible.
I'm going to hold on to your credit card until we save up enough money. Hand over your card to me. Instead, I'm giving you $30 a month. You can buy groceries using this money.
I can't do that.
Well, don't tell me that you can't do it until you've tried.
Now that Aaron was keen on saving up for a new house, I had to be even more careful with my spending. He took away my credit card so I didn't have the freedom to buy what I needed. It cost me $20 to buy rice that would last us for 1 month, so I was left with $10 to buy other ingredients. Aaron had no idea what he was talking about. What he was asking me to do was out of the question. I had to resort to buying cheap vegetables so that we had enough food to last us for a month. And I had to be creative with condiments because I could no longer afford to buy different types. I had to do the best with what I already had. I wish that I were in a world of Animal Crossing so that I could catch my own fish and pick my own fruit and somehow get by.
Is this all you made for dinner tonight?
I stir-fried some bean sprouts and Chinese cabbage and sprinkled some salt on top.
How am I supposed to become full with just salty vegetables? I've had a long day at work and I'm starving. I want to eat a steak.
We can't afford meat with the money that you gave me, Aaron. If you want to save up for a house, we need to stick to vegetables.
Can't you buy some meat and make it last for a month? This is where you put your skills as a housewife to the test. What was the point of you becoming a housewife if you're not able to contribute to this household?
Are you trying to say that I'm useless?
That's right. I mean, what have you done for this family recently?
I may not be making money like you, but there's a lot of unpaid work that I do around the house to make sure that we can all live comfortably.
And I bet you're not spending the money that I gave you wisely. If you were a good housewife, you would make me a good steak.
How can you say that to me? I've been trying really hard to make meals within our small budget. You should give me more credit.
Well, can't you try to look for a cheaper supermarket then? Don't go to the nearest supermarket because it's convenient. You should choose where to shop based on the prices. I suggest that you look at some supermarkets outside our neighborhood because there could be cheaper options.
I have a thought. Have you considered the fact that maybe your classmates were including the price of rice and condiments into their monthly food budget? And it's possible that their families have a farm or vegetable garden where they could get some food for free.
I don't know how the other families do it. I just know that they're doing a better job than you. When I was still single, $30 a month was more than enough money to pay for food.
But now we're a family of 3, so you can't expect me to be able to buy all the food that we need on the same budget.
Why are you being so difficult? What is your problem? I was able to live off $30 a month for food, and I wasn't even trying, so if you made more of an effort, I'm sure that it's doable.
You just don't get it. I'd like to see you try then. You're being really unreasonable.
I can see that we're not going to come to an agreement about this. Our opinions aside, I just need you to do what I ask.
Mommy, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Sorry for arguing like that with your dad. Well, sometimes people fight, but you can make up soon, right? I'm sorry that I was only able to make one dish for us tonight. I hope that you don't get too hungry later. You can have my rice because I'm not hungry after arguing with your dad. I was very concerned because Sarah wasn't getting enough nutrition from the food that I was serving her and was starting to lose weight. As her mother, I wanted the freedom to buy her as much food as she needed on the small budget. It wasn't possible, though. Aaron controlled the money in our household, so I couldn't spend any money in secret even if I wanted to. And Sarah was too young to go to school, so I had to stay home with her all day to look after her, which meant that I couldn't get a part-time job. But then I decided I should get a job that allowed me to work from home. But it was really hard to concentrate on my new work because I was always hungry and malnourished. I had to come up with a way to get out of this nightmare. I'm so hungry that it's hard to concentrate on this one task. What am I going to do? In addition to work, I began writing an online blog about my daily life. It helped me relieve all the stress that I was feeling. And the best part was that writing a blog cost me no money. Mommy, what are you doing? I'm writing a blog. It's an online version of a diary. I have a diary too. I like to draw in it. Writing down my thoughts helps me relax. Can you show me your blog once you're finished writing in it? Actually, I'm a little embarrassed to show you. Why are you embarrassed? I'm not sure, but I am. In truth, I didn't want Sarah to see all the negative things I wrote in my blog. After Sarah told me that she was interested in reading my blog, I began to write about happy things too, so that even if she saw them, the content wouldn't be upsetting. Mommy, show me your blog, please. It's getting late. You need to go to bed now. I can show you my blog tomorrow. Okay. I was trying to write positive things in my blog, but it was really difficult because the reality was that I was under so much stress. I decided that instead of writing about how I felt each day, I would write about what I was doing to save money. From that day on, I began to write about the things I did to save money and posted recipes of foods that didn't cost that much money to make. If the number of people reading my blog went up, so would the money that I received from the advertisements that were posted on my blog. At first, I didn't make any money at all, and I was discouraged, but I told myself that I wasn't writing the blog for money. A few months passed since our family started saving up for a new house. May I come in and speak with you for a few minutes? Yes, please come in. I work at the Child Consultation Center. Your neighbors have raised concerns. They think that your daughter is not being fed properly. I see. I am aware that my daughter has lost some weight. Yes, quite a lot, I think. She looks malnourished. Also, if one of your neighbors witnessed your daughter eating some plants that were growing on the side of a road. I had no idea. My poor girl. Would it be okay for me to come in and look around? We need to make sure that your daughter is being cared for properly. Yes, you may. My mom didn't do anything wrong. Excuse me? It's not my mom's fault that I'm not able to eat all the food that I want to. It's not good for your health that you've lost so much weight, though. We need to fix this situation, otherwise you might become ill. You can tell me the truth. I read in a book that there are some plants that are edible. That's why I tried to eat a plant off the street the other day. Sarah, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to put enough food on the table for you. I wanted to find some delicious plants so that I could bring them home and share them with my family. Please don't be mad at my mommy. She didn't do anything wrong. I see. Thank you for sharing this with me. What shall we do now? May I look around the house a little? And after that, the three of us can sit down and have a chat. Please, go ahead. The woman from the Child Consultation Center looked around our house and told me that everything looked okay and said that she didn't think that there was any abuse going on in the house. After that, she left our house. Although I've never raised my hand towards Sarah, I was shocked that some of our neighbors assumed that Sarah was living in a troubled home. Sarah, this is all my fault. I should have given you more food so that you didn't have an empty stomach all the time. I'm so sorry about this. It's okay, Mommy. I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me. I feel sleepy, so I'm gonna take a nap now. I was concerned for Sarah's health because not only was she really skinny, but she also seemed to lack energy. Before, she would play outside at a park, but recently she got tired easily and would take naps during the day. It must have to do with the fact that she wasn't getting enough nutrition. I was so mad at myself for making my daughter suffer in this way. I haven't been able to put a decent meal on her table for months now, but now that it was affecting Sarah's health negatively, I had to come up with a plan to make the current situation better. Good morning, Mommy. Mommy, why are you crying? It's nothing, Sarah. I was just thinking about a song that I liked and I was crying because I was touched by the lyrics. That's all. I don't believe you. You look sad. Sarah was a very smart girl and she realized that I too was suffering. She was such a sweet and kind girl. I was relieved that she didn't turn out to be like her father. Mommy, I'm going to help you be happy again. What do you plan on doing? Who are you calling? Can you please come over to our house now? My mommy is sick because she hasn't been able to eat properly. I had no idea I was putting so much burden on you. I feel terrible about all this. You don't need to say sorry. Grandpa's on his way here with some yummy food. Yay! Thank you so much, Sarah. I've been listening to Aaron up until now because he basically gave me no choice, but I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't let Sarah suffer just because I couldn't stand up to my own husband. I didn't want Sarah to be hungry anymore. I wasn't going to forgive Aaron for what he put us through. Troublebusters.
Chinese cabbage and bean sprouts again? I'm sick and tired of eating this crap all the time. Can't you make something decent for once? How come there are 2 extra plates on the table? Who was this for?
For us, Aaron.
What are you two doing here?
From what
I gather you've only been eating Chinese cabbage and bean sprouts every day.
Yes, that's right. Don't you feel sorry for me? I work all day long and this is the only thing that Melanie serves me. I asked Melanie to be prudent with her spending because we're saving up to buy a new house. And she's decided to make us the same thing for dinner every night. We're all suffering, but she isn't even saving us that much money. It really sucks. Melanie's the one that I feel sorry for. Why? Melanie told me everything. You're only giving her $30 a month to buy food. That's outrageous.
What can she buy with such a paltry sum? You're such an idiot. Always were.
I need her to save money because we're trying to buy a new house. That doesn't justify giving Melanie only $30 a month for food. You're a family of 3. You don't seem to understand numbers, Aaron. I have a friend who is a family of 6, and they get by on just $60 a month for food. If they can do it, we should be able to do the same.
I know who you're talking about. Your friend is my friend's little brother. I asked her how her family buys food on such a small budget, and she told me that her parents are rice farmers and they get rice for free. They also get vegetables for free from the farmers that are friends with her parents. I was wondering how they were able to survive on such a small budget. And as for the meat, they know a hunter who gives them leftover meat for free. So they get most of their food for free. They only need to buy a few things a month.
What about you then? You have way more savings than we do. What's your secret? We want to save money like you're doing.
I work in the military and live in a dorm. Do you understand what that means? I don't need to pay for food, housing, or clothes. I barely spend any money. That's my secret for saving money. That's why I'm able to save most of my savings.
Well, we may not be able to save as much as you, but we should still be able to do it.
It's okay for you to compare yourself to another family, but at the very least compare yourself to someone in a similar situation. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
Why are you two so critical of me? Are you trying to tell me that this is all my fault? That's exactly what we're trying to tell you. Open your eyes, Aaron. I'm going to help you change that negative personality of yours. What do you mean by that? Melanie, would it be alright with you if Aaron stayed at my place for the next 3 months?
I have no problem with that.
You're going to live with Helen and I for the next 3 months, and we're going to ask you to prepare all our meals by using only $30 a month. You got that? And on top of that, you're going to do all of the house chores too. Is that really necessary? I have work. Why do I have to do all the chores anyway?
You're the one that's asking Melanie to do the same thing. Shouldn't you be able to do it too?
But she doesn't have a full-time job like I do. I come home exhausted each night. I can't do the housework on top of everything else. Housework is for housewives that stay at home all day. Don't assume that housewives do nothing all day at home. You don't seem to understand that housework is demanding and takes up a lot of time. Melanie, will you help me out here? Tell my dad that I don't have the time to do the house chores of this house. I'll give you more money to buy food, so will you be willing to help me out then?
No, thank you.
You don't earn any money, so if I leave you alone with Sarah for 3 months, it'll be a problem for you too, right?
I guess you don't know the real me then.
What do you mean by that?
Take a look at this.
What is this? This is a book about saving money written by some housewife.
A while ago, I started writing a blog about saving money and also included food recipes that don't cost a lot of money to make. At first, it was more of a hobby to me and I wasn't making any money, but then people began to comment about my writing and how funny it was. They also liked my food recipes and it became a hot topic on the internet. Wow, that's amazing, Melanie. Yes, I'm proud of my blog. Lots of people began reading my blog and one day a publisher came to me and asked if I'd turn my blog into a book.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
The book hasn't even been published yet, but so many people have reserved it online already, and the publisher has agreed to print additional copies. I've already begun work on my second book too. I'm very excited about all this. I can't wait for your book to be published. I'll make sure to buy a copy. So I really don't need you in my life anymore, Aaron. I'll be just fine with Sarah. The only thing that I ask of you is that we get a divorce.
Where's this coming from? I don't want a divorce.
I won't change my mind about this, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life with someone like you. I'm going to make money on my own and take care of Sarah by myself.
What are you going to do after you publish your 2 books? I don't see you being successful for too long. Once you lose all the attention from your readers, you're going to regret the fact that you divorced me. I'm sure of it. Aaron, shut up and accept the fact that Melanie is no longer in love with you. Melanie's already signed the divorce papers, and I suggest that you do the same.
Yes, Aaron, listen to Dad and sign the divorce papers.
No way. I don't want to. Aaron, hurry up and do it.
Just sign the papers, Aaron.
Why do you two have to pressure me into signing the divorce papers?
Hurry up and sign the papers.
Okay, I will. Are you happy now? Melanie, I'm so sorry for all the pain that Aaron caused you. I'm going to re-educate him so that he doesn't bully anyone ever again. Let's go, Aaron.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Aaron. Have fun living with your father.
Aaron, when is dinner going to be ready? Hurry up, will you? I'm starving. It'll be ready soon.
Is this for the 3 of us? That's not enough food. Do something about it.
Make us something that will fill up our stomachs. We don't want stir-fried vegetables. Why do you two have such big appetites? Dad, you're old. And Helen, you're a girl. It's because Helen and I get a lot of exercise.
Bring us some meat, Aaron. I'm hungry. If you don't have the money to buy meat, go hunt a deer or something.
Helen's absolutely right. Go get us the ingredients for our dinner. Oh no, I already used up $30 and it's only been 3 days. What am I going to do?
You chewed Melanie out for not doing a good enough job, but at least she made the money last for a month.
What are we going to do about food for the rest of the month? You told us that it was easy to live off $30 a month. It seems that I was wrong, and I'm really sorry. Would you be so kind enough to give me some more money for food this month? But you're the one that came up with the $30 rule in the first place. I'm not going to give you any money, so you need to deal with this on your own. Hey, Melanie, it's me.
Who is this?
It's me, Aaron. I really need your help. I ended up using $30 already, and I have 4 weeks to go. I finally understand how hard it was for you too. I'm so sorry.
I'm glad that you know what it was like for me.
Yes, I'm sorry about that dumb rule that I created. I deeply regret it now, so please help me.
What do you want me to do?
Will you consider taking me back? I want to live with you and Sarah again. I hate here living with my dad and sister.
I don't think so. I'm happy living with Sarah and we don't need you in our lives anymore.
I want you to know how sorry I am. I won't ask you to save money anymore. You can have my money however you like. And I'll do all the housework too. So please, say yes to living together again.
It's too late to apologize to me now. I tried to tell you how difficult it was for me to buy all our food with just $30, but you wouldn't listen to me. You didn't help me at all when I was really struggling, and I hate you for it.
Please, don't do this. I need you and Sarah in my life. You're rich now, right? I heard that your books are selling really well. I don't have any savings left after I paid you alimony. Please, please.
Sarah and I starved for months because of that stupid rule that you made up. I don't have the energy or the will to take care of you anymore. You're on your own. Goodbye, Aaron. Aaron's so selfish and he always will be. Good riddance.
Mommy, who is that on the phone?
No one important. I didn't want Aaron to call me anymore, so I blocked his phone number. I plan on having a quiet and happy life with Sarah by living off the alimony from Aaron and the royalties from my books. I'd finally gotten rid of Aaron and cut all ties with him, but I still see his father Alan and his sister Helen from time to time. I'm so grateful to them both because they've always treated me like real family, and they've been nothing but kind to me.
Lunch is on me today. Order anything that you like.
Aaron would be furious if he found out that we're having this nice lunch while he stayed home.
I bet he's too hungry to even get mad at us.
I'm so happy to see Grandpa and Auntie Helen. I'm having so much fun.
Me too. Thank you for agreeing to see us, although I'm no longer married to Aaron. We love seeing you and Sarah. It makes us very happy too. You may no longer be married to my brother, but you'll always be family to us. Aaron called me the other day to tell me that he spent his monthly budget for food in just 3 days. I wonder how he's holding up.
If need be, we'll get him to eat wild grass so you don't need to worry about him.
You're right. He's a grown-up. He can take care of himself. After that, we met Alan and Helen on a regular basis. Each time we'd go to a restaurant and enjoy a nice meal together. Alan and Helen told me about how Aaron's been living a really simple life at home because he doesn't have any money to spend freely. I suppose he finally understands the hardships that Sarah and I had to go through, all because he wanted to save up to buy a new house. I'm thinking of writing a new book about my former life with Aaron. I think that people would be interested to read about that.
Let's have bento now.
But I don't have any bento.
Then I'll give you half of my bento.
Are you sure?
Of course.
It's so good!
It's just a rice ball, and made from leftovers too.
No, it's because Miss Melanie.
Mom, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. Do they not hear me? Maybe their age is making them not able to hear.
We can hear you. Oh, you're so annoying. Raising a child is such a pain in the butt.
Seriously, I wish I didn't have kids.
So what should I eat?
I don't know. Figure it out, man. I'm busy with my own business.
Dad?
If Mom doesn't know, then I don't know either. You better start being able to take care of yourself.
What, are you gonna cry? That's so annoying. Can you not? There's some rice in the rice cooker that I made the night before last. Why don't you eat that?
But it's been kept on the whole time, so it's basically baked now. I don't know if it's even edible.
If you want to complain, then don't eat.
No, ma'am. Sorry. I will eat it.
Did you watch yesterday? Pumper was so cool.
Yeah, he married Selena, right?
I watched that too. I was so excited for the next story that I watched it twice.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
I see. You saw it too.
Huh? These two don't want me to join in, it seems. Did I do something?
My mom said I can't do anything to do with you.
Your household is pretty rough, right?
And Sally and Richard, you know?
We don't want them messing with us. Bye. My name is Melanie. I'm a 4th grader and a 10-year-old otaku. I'm still very new though. As you can see, my household is quite complicated. Well, my parents just leave me alone basically. It sounds nice at first, but they also think that I'm just kind of in the way. Because of that, a lot of my classmates avoid me entirely. But I'm alright. I'm gonna transfer to the 2-dimensional world one day and be happy.
Hey, there's a transfer coming in today.
What? Really?
Really, Sally saw him.
The class is rowdy today. If the transfer student was a 2-dimensional boy, I'd be happy to imagine him falling for one of the cute guys in the class. But I live in the 3rd dimension. It has nothing to do with me. I saw him! He was talking to the teacher, but he was so good looking.
So it's a boy. I want to see him.
Lucky Sally.
Who cares? I'm sure he's not better looking than me.
What? But your girlfriend, Sally, says that he looks good. It's possible, isn't it?
What? Are you saying I'm not good looking? You're getting the death sentence for going against me.
You don't have to go that far. Help us out, Miss Sally. Okay, I like you so much. You're so much better looking, don't worry.
But I don't like that he's good looking. I'm gonna make that prick cry.
Don't be so upset. You look good when you're upset, though.
Take your seats, guys. We have a new friend.
My name is Alan. Nice to meet you all.
He looks ragged.
Yeah, I wonder if his family is also rough.
Yeah, I got a question. Your clothes are all torn up. Are you poor?
Hey, Richard.
You can't answer, so you must be poor.
My dad said there was someone coming by to earn some extra money today. Is it your dad? You're good looking, but you're poor.
Both of you, quit it.
It's just a fact.
There are things you keep to yourself. Come on, take a seat.
Okay.
The teacher scolding them made them bad-mouthing stop. But it won't just end like this. These two are bad. After the morning meeting, they started going hard. The teacher left and...
Dude, you kinda stink. Are you washing your clothes?
You should wear nice clothes on the first day. How dirty clothes? Are you gonna wear dirty clothes tomorrow?
Gross, I smell trash. You stink.
Gross. I don't want poor people working under my dad. Just go home. The beginning of the end. Everyone is just watching on. Most of our classmates' parents work under Sally's father, so they can't say anything. Richard's father is the only other equal. Richard is a prince and Sally's a princess. Everyone else are peasants. Alan and I are farmers, or worse, slaves. There's a really dark past as to how Sally is rich. Her dad apparently ignores the law and makes them work hard. And when they can't work anymore, he dumps them and... Maybe this is where I help out? My parents don't work at all, so I'm not under their control. Your hearts are dirtier than his clothing. What did you just say?
Did you just say that I'm dirty?
That I'm dirty? We change and clean every day. I said your hearts, not your clothes. You can't put your heart in a washing machine. Baths are washing machines for your heart. I take a bath every day, so my heart is clean too. I don't want you to be quoting things as a nerd, and you got the quote wrong.
Shut up and start making sense! If you keep going, I'm gonna make your parents...
What are you gonna do with my parents? Neither of them work under your parents. You're just a gross nerd.
I'm gonna make you pay!
You said something like that earlier. You're rich with money, but poor with vocab. Losers.
Thank you for helping me.
It's okay. I just followed my moral compass. I thought that the teasing would stop, but I was completely mistaken. After that, the teasing continued against Alan and I. We cheered each other up to resist it. Mom, today's a field trip. What's for lunch?
What field trip? I don't know. I don't care.
I gave you the permission sheet a month ago.
Oh, I don't remember.
I need lunch in a blue sheet, some water, or I can't go.
Then just take whatever's lying around. Make some rice balls or something.
Everyone's making their lunch for them.
You don't have a mom. I don't remember being your mom.
I see. Okay then, I guess I don't have a choice.
You want me to go steal something for you? I'm getting good at it.
You shouldn't be stealing. I made some rice balls using the rice left in the rice cooker. So this is what I had for the field trip. It's worse than starting gear you get at the beginning of a game, but it worked out. I think I'll be able to go to the field trip.
You're going with that?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're okay with it.
Look at the poor people. Alan's bag is all ragged. She's wearing a regular bag. Do you understand field trips? It's not the usual. That's why it's a field trip. I even brought lunch.
I'll show you my fancy lunch that poor people can't have.
Your bento is literally just rice balls. How about you, Alan?
I didn't bring any. You didn't bring it? What a poor loser! I didn't have a choice. Poor, poor, poor!
Poor, poor, poor. Just leave them alone. It's a waste of their time.
But if we do that, my dad...
It's all right. He'll find a job somewhere else, even if he gets fired there. We started ignoring them from that point on. They must have got bored of us not reacting. They went somewhere else after a little while. All right, let's have our bento then.
I'll go somewhere else then.
Why? Come on, let's eat together.
But I don't have any lunch.
Oh yeah, my bad. How about we have half mine then?
No, we can't do that. You should eat your own lunch.
An anime I watched had a quote. Food tastes better when you eat with someone, so let's eat together. I add a little magic to make you like it. Eat up.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Thank you.
When I gave him the rice balls, he started scarfing it up. He must have been hungry from the walk during the field trip.
It's so good!
It's just a rice ball, and made from leftovers too.
No, it's because Melanie is so kind.
Maybe this is the effect of eating with someone? I don't really understand, but I was glad to see that he was happy. The two were mocking us as usual, but I got to get closer to Alan. I was having a nice time heading home, but something terrible was waiting for me at my house. There was a huge crowd in front of the apartment. At the center of it were my parents being arrested.
They were apparently stealing the whole time. What? But they have such a young child, too. I wonder what's gonna happen to her.
Why are my parents arrested?
Melanie? I'm sorry, but you gotta stay strong, okay?
The police wanted to talk to you. I didn't understand what was happening, but I was handed over to the police. I found out what they did after I got to the police station. Then my environment changed in a hurry. Apparently my grandma who lived far away was contacted, and I was going to live with her. I had to leave the school. I couldn't go to the school before I moved, and so I had to leave without saying bye. I didn't miss this town mostly, but I wish I could at least said bye to Alan. But I'm sure that's something that only adults understand. I just had to listen. 20 years later, and I'm an awesome adult. Or I wish I was. I was actually in the hospital because of a disease. Oh, Melanie, how dare you get brain cancer? I was going to be transferred into the two-dimensional world by 20, but then I was infested by a new creature. The doctors believed that I was malignant. I was only 30. The cancer progressed fast, so I needed to start treatment ASAP. But I, Melanie, am not one to just roll over for cancer. Let's do the usual thing. I'm never going to lose to cancer. I'm a trouble buster.
The treatment will be $30,000.
That's quite expensive. Unfortunate, no trouble busting. I'm 30 and do not have 30K in savings. In order to beat this, I need advanced treatment. In other words, my life is over. I just need to wait for death to visit.
I was gonna live off of your money.
You know how much it costed to raise you? I feel like this was all a waste.
I'm sorry, I cannot take out loans being sick. Can you two borrow some money for the treatment? I'll pay you back as soon as I get better.
What? Why would we do that? You must be crazy.
You might even die without paying us back. The risk is too high. I'm never gonna take a loan out for you. We don't fight losing battles.
So I just wait my demise.
It's okay. Everyone just feels better now that you're going to be gone.
Then leave my room.
What? You're gonna cause all this headache and then tell us to leave?
How dare you forget when we raised you? That's the reason you got that disease.
Get out!
I shouldn't have given you birth.
This is a waste of time. Let's go.
Then I had no one else to help me. What do? I want to live. There's so many anime and movies I want to watch. I don't want to die without reading the ending to that manga. I wanted to do a lot of things now that I knew I was dying. I want to live. I was so determined to live. How can I get treatment? I think I can get treatment with an insurance if I use my savings. Then I started reading a bunch of blogs that had people in a similar boat as me. I read quite a few blogs, but unfortunately, for my symptoms, there were no cases that were cured as a result of treatment from insurance. I slowly became depressed. Is this really the end for me? I didn't have anyone to talk to for help either. It wasn't like me, but I started typing up a blog about my life with cancer. Reading the comments every day, I learned that I was not the only one suffering. I wanted to be healthy with everyone again. Time to renew my blog again. Oh, but I need to read the comments. Huh? Dr. Redmond? This is a new person.
I saw your blog. I'm a neurosurgeon specializing in your type of cancer. I may be able to provide treatment. Would it be alright if we spoke in DMs?
No way this kind of miracle would happen. Maybe he's just trying to pick me up to drop me back down. I need to be careful. So I thought, but I didn't want to sit and wait for death. Even if Dr. Redmond was just messing with me, it was worth talking to him. I decided to talk to him about my story. A month later, I found myself in the surgery room of Dr. Redmond. So yes, I don't have any choice except radiation therapy outside of surgery.
This is indeed going to be a tough treatment and quite expensive as well. I think $30,000 is a pretty lax view of the price.
But I don't have that kind of money. I guess I can only wait till the cancer defeats me.
I won't let that happen!
Huh?
I will save you!
But I cannot pay.
It's fine. After I fix your disease, I will pay for your treatment fees as well.
Then I have hope?
Yes, leave it to me. I have a great treatment record.
Okay, let's do it. So that's how I ended up there. The doctor was a good-looking man. I feel like I've seen him before, though. I fell asleep on the table thinking about that. A few months later.
Miss Melanie! After testing your blood, you have 0 residual cancer. You are in full remission.
Really? This was such a long treatment.
Congratulations! You can leave now, too.
Thank you. And how much is the treatment?
I'll bring you the bill.
I wonder how much it's gonna be. It should be several tens of thousands. But looking at the bill, free of cost?
Yep, 0.
Is this some kind of mistake?
Nope. Please read the whole bill.
Bill paid off in full by rice ball during a field trip in the 4th grade? After reading that, the memories came flooding back in, and this doctor's name was odd. Alan. Are you?
You finally remembered, huh? I'm Alan! Same one you gave the rice ball to.
No way. Alan told me everything about what happened after I left the town. Of course, he was shocked by the fact that I moved. He ran to my house where he found out about my parents.
Melanie, you were in such a tough situation, but you still saved me. I was shocked. And then I decided I needed to be strong like you. I was poor, but I studied hard to go to med school on scholarships.
I really didn't do much.
Thank you. I'm here because of you. I'm glad I could finally pay you back.
I didn't expect my actions to come back like this. I'm gonna be kind and live life kindly. My parents came back to me after learning my disease was treated.
Melanie, your disease is cured, right? Which means you can work again.
Yes, my disease is cured, but what's it to you?
You should know. We're family.
You just came to beg for money. I have no money to give either of you.
What? Who do you think raised you? You think you just raised yourself?
At the very least, I don't remember being raised by either of you while I was in elementary school. I only ever ate rice that was left over in the rice cooker, and I got all the stuff ready for school on my own.
Then we're gonna kick you out of the family. We're never gonna save you again.
Kick me out of the family? I'll gladly leave. I was here ready to leave from you two, so don't worry. I'm never gonna see either of you again.
Wait, hang on, we're just joking. Come back, Melanie.
After a little while, some city workers called me saying that my parents were filing for Social Security. They wanted to ask me if I could support them. I, of course, said no. My parents were just getting older while on Social Security. However, I didn't only reunite with my parents.
I met Sally and Richard at the hospital today.
Those two. But why were they there? Were they sick?
They found disease in Sally.
That's unfortunate. You were quite the doctor. I understand why they come to you. So, are you gonna treat her?
Long story short, no.
Why not?
Sally figured out who I was and started asking to marry me.
Huh? I thought that Sally and Richard got married.
Yeah, so Richard got mad and started saying that he was going to get a divorce.
Talk about chaos, huh?
From what Richard said, it sounded like she'd done this before. They're not gonna last, I think.
Just like he said, a few years later during a reunion, the two had already gotten divorced. Apparently they were hurting for money. I mean, serves them, right? Huh? There's a question from the viewer? What is it? What's that? Why is Alan with you after he was off work? That's because...
Please marry me! You saved my life. I want to live life with you.
What are you saying? You saved my life.
No, you saved my life.
No, you saved my life. We're similar, you and I.
Yes, we are.
I think we can be happy together forever.
Absolutely.
Yes, after the long battle against cancer, we started going out. After he treated me and paid for the bill, I really owed him, but apparently he thought the same thing over the rice ball. From now on, we're gonna be repaying each other, I guess. I'm never gonna forget these thankful feelings to make a beautiful family.
My name is Alan. I work in the sales department of a company that manufactures artificial cells for research purposes. Alan, how many times do I have to tell you? What don't you understand? Look at these graphs. They give you the full picture of what is going on. Which part about this don't you get? This isn't even difficult, and I've explained it to you before. Yes, sorry about that, Aaron. Aaron is my manager at work. He's really bad at explaining things, and I don't think it's my fault that I can't understand what he's saying. But if I ask him to explain something more clearly to me, he gets angry and tells me that I'm stupid. And if I do something wrong, he criticizes me and tells me that I should have asked him more questions. I wanted to say that I was happily married to my wife Sarah, but in reality...
Alan, stop lazing around and help me get dinner on the table.
Even if I was tired from work or wasn't feeling well, instead of comforting me, Sarah would tell me to get up and help her around the house. I think that I might have caught a cold. I'm not feeling well. My doctor told me to rest and take it easy. Could you please heat up some soup for me? I'll have that for dinner and take my medication after that.
We don't have any soup in this house, Alan.
Oh, Sarah was pretty cold to me, but on rare occasions, she would be very sweet to me. She had a weird way of showing it, but I'm sure that she loved me. Well, that's what I told myself anyway, but a year later, I found out that Sarah didn't love me at all.
Alan, I want a divorce.
What?
I'm not happy in this marriage.
I had no idea that you were unhappy. This is totally unexpected. I thought that you'd give me a heads up before coming to me to talk about divorce.
Actually, I'm in love with someone else, so...
What? Who? When?
Will you go ahead and sign the divorce papers? Make it quick.
Can't you give me a minute to process all this? You sprung this on me out of nowhere.
Why are you so surprised?
I didn't see this coming.
Well, it's not my fault that I found new love, and I want to get married to my boyfriend right away.
So you were dating someone behind my back?
It's not a big deal. You can't ask me to pay alimony, alright? Will you be a dear and sign these divorce papers? I want to go public with my new relationship as soon as possible.
How can you say that to me? Don't you care about my feelings at all? And you're basically telling me that you don't have any feelings left for me, right?
Why are you so surprised? Couldn't you tell from my behavior? I wouldn't act like that in front of someone that I loved. I didn't think you were so dense.
I did think that you were pretty cold to me, but that's how you were from the time that we met. There were some rare occasions when you were very sweet to me. I thought that was your way of showing that you loved me.
I was only being sweet to you when I wanted something from you. That's not love. I was just using you.
I'm such a loser.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I've heard enough. I don't want to stay in this loveless marriage either.
Then let's get a divorce, amicably.
Whatever. I don't care anymore. I went to look for evidence that Sarah had been cheating on me during our marriage, but I couldn't find anything incriminating. In the end, Sarah got what she wanted. A clean divorce without her having to pay me any alimony. My marriage ended just like that, as if it hadn't even happened in the first place. I've never been happier to be so busy with work. I'm going to take these documents to the research department. After I got divorced from Sarah, I put myself into work so I didn't have time to feel sorry for myself. I brought over the documents that you asked for.
Thanks, Alan. That was fast.
This is Helen, and she is one of the researchers working for our company. We were the same age, so although we worked in different departments, we got along well. I'm glad that I could get these to you today. I'm going to take the samples and the data that you created based on the test results.
Haven't you been working yourself too hard these days? You're always at the office.
Well, I just love working so much, and it prevents me from thinking about things that I don't really want to think about right now.
I see. You need to do something aside from work, too.
You have a point, but I think that work is the only thing keeping me sane at the moment.
I suppose that makes sense.
I'm like a fish that needs to continue swimming without ever stopping.
Do you want to go grab some sushi for dinner tonight?
Sushi sounds great.
Eating some delicious sushi might make you feel more positive.
Alright then, I'm in.
Okay, let's go.
Helen understood the pain that I was feeling and would ask me out from time to time to make sure that I was okay. Before I knew it, she was an important part of my new life. 2 years after I got divorced from Sarah, Helen and I started dating, and another year passed. Helen, you've been great to me. Because of you, I learned to be happy again. Now it's my turn to make you happy.
You don't need to try to be so cool.
I began my new life as Helen's husband. I'm so much happier in my second marriage. I was so happy that it scared me sometimes. But then, something unexpected happened. Alan, can you come over here for a minute? Yes? What is it, Aaron? There's something that I need to tell you. Okay, I'm listening. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that I'm getting married to your ex-wife soon. What? How did that happen? I wonder what happened to Sarah's boyfriend, the one that she left me for. Why did she have to choose to go out with my manager? I'm sorry for startling you like this. Once we get married, I'm going to be living under the same roof as your son. Since I'm going to be the one to raise him, I'm going to need you to support me in paying his living expenses. What are you talking about? I don't have a son. Well, Sarah gave birth to a boy a few years ago, and he can't be mine, so you need to pay me child support. You were the only one that she was married to, so the child must be yours. It just doesn't make sense to me, though. I never had a child with Sarah. She wasn't even pregnant when we got divorced. This is not my problem. You need to sort this out with Sarah. I believe Sarah's word's over yours, though. Either way, there's a child that needs to be taken care of. Pay me $2,000 a month. No way! $2,000 is a lot of money. I can't afford to pay that. Well, you're forcing me to take care of a child that isn't mine. That's the least you could do for me. I'm telling you that this child isn't mine either. You're only saying this because you don't want to pay me the money. You're a shitty father. If you're not going to pay me the money, I have another plan. What kind of a plan? Everyone, listen up. Alan is refusing to pay his ex-wife child support payments even though he had a child with her. What do you all think about that? Aaron, stop! You don't need to do this. I don't want my colleagues to get the wrong idea about me.
What are you two doing?
Helen! Your husband is refusing to pay child support payments for the child that he had with his ex-wife. I'm letting everyone in the office know what a terrible and selfish person Alan is.
I see. From where I'm standing, it just looks like a boss is harassing a junior member in front of the other employees.
What's your problem, Helen?
I don't believe that Alan has a son with his ex-wife, Sarah. This is the first time that I'm hearing about this, and it all sounds very convenient timing-wise.
Okay, whatever. I'm done talking to the both of you. It was a complete waste of my time, really. Everyone, stop staring and get back to work. I hate you both! I wouldn't have been able to handle the situation with Aaron on my own, but luckily, Helen came and saved me. I was so grateful that she cared enough to come and help me when I was in trouble. The following day, Alan, where are you? Oh no, Aaron's calling me. This can't be good. I need to talk to you about what we discussed yesterday. Okay, sure. There's something that I want to show you. What is it? Take a look. How did Sarah do this? This can't be happening! Now you can't say no to paying the child support payments. This is the evidence which shows that you're the father of Sarah's child. Why am I listed as the child's father in this family registry? This is the family registry of Sarah and her son, and it clearly states that you're the child's father. Sarah must have falsified the documents! I don't think so. I was telling the truth this entire time. Do you believe me now? You have a son with your ex-wife. You pretended that you didn't have a son with Sarah because you didn't want to pay any child support. Aaron, stop! None of this is true! So you're still going to deny your son's existence then? I feel sorry for him.
Even if Alan divorced his ex-wife, he still has an obligation to take care of the child. Alan is being really irresponsible.
None of this is true! You have to believe me! You don't want to acknowledge the child because you don't want it to get in the way of your marriage to Helen. You're just being selfish. I'm doing you a favor by raising your child. Why is this happening to me? I didn't do anything bad here. This is all a big misunderstanding. But the family registry that Aaron brought to me made it very difficult to prove my point. At first, my colleagues had been on my side. But when they saw the family registry, they started to believe what Aaron was telling them. The only thing I could do was continue to do my work as usual and pretend that none of this happened. I didn't want to worry Helen, but I wasn't so lucky. One day, one of the senior managers called me into his office. May I ask what this is regarding? I'm sorry to call you like this. It's not a problem. The manager began to tell me why he had called me into his office, and it wasn't good news for me. It seemed that Aaron was suing me for not agreeing to pay child support. Why was I being sued for a child that I don't think is even mine? This was so unfair. I didn't want this to get to Helen and affect her negatively. This is a mistake. I never had a child with my ex-wife. I assure you of that. So you're saying that this family registry is a fake? I don't think that Aaron would be able to falsify a public record. I was trapped. As long as this family registry existed, no one was going to believe me. How did Aaron come up with this? It was all a big mystery to me. How would I fix this? Alan, I think you have no choice but to fight me in court. Or we can settle this amicably right here if you agree to pay those child support payments to me. It's obvious that you're the one that's lying here. I'm not cruel. I don't enjoy doing this to you, and I'd rather not go to court with this. I'm sure that you feel the same way. Taking this to court would be troublesome for you. It could put a strain on your marriage to Helen. I don't want this to affect Helen. That I'm sure of. Yes, you don't want to be the kind of guy that neglects his own child. Helen wouldn't want that either. Aaron had a point. If people said negative things behind my back over this issue with Aaron, it would reflect negatively on Helen, and I didn't want that for her. I understand the situation. I'll deal with it accordingly. Well, don't make me wait too long. I don't understand why you want to make everything so difficult for me. If you would just agree to pay child support, none of this would be happening. This is your fault. You're the one that's complicating the situation. But if you're not willing to listen to me, I'm going to make sure that you won't be able to continue working at this company. I got it, Aaron. You don't need to keep on putting pressure on me like this.
Alan!
Helen!
What's wrong? You look upset. Did Aaron say something to you again?
I'm sorry for not telling you sooner, Helen. I told her everything that was going on between Aaron and I.
I see. I'm not surprised, though, because I was hearing all sorts of rumors about the two of you.
But you have to believe me when I tell you that I never had a child with Sarah. It just doesn't make any sense.
I remember you telling me that you got the mumps just before you got divorced from Sarah.
Yes, I did.
I think I figured out how Sarah and Aaron came up with that registry.
Really?
There's only one truth out there, and I trust that you've told me it, so that means that Sarah and Aaron are the ones lying about this.
Thanks so much for being so understanding.
Let me tell you about the plan that I came up with.
Helen, you're a genius!
Aren't I? Now let's put our plan into effect.
I'm going to prove my innocence to everyone.
Trouble
Busters! Thanks for coming to see me today. This is regarding the child support payments that you've been asking me for.
Hurry up and get to the point, Alan. Are you going to pay us or not?
Like I said before, if you don't want us to take this to court, I suggest that you agree to pay us child support. You're going to have to pay something either way. I'm not obligated to pay you anything. What the hell, Alan? I'm your boss at work. I think that you should listen to me. Sarah, how old is our son now?
He's 3 years old. Why do you ask? What's so funny? Your laugh is creeping me out.
If your son is 3 years old, he's definitely not mine.
What makes you so sure? We got divorced 3 years ago, which makes it possible that our son was conceived right around the time of our divorce. You just didn't realize that I was pregnant.
But that's not possible.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
Alan, explain it to us instead of just telling us otherwise. It's because at the time, it wasn't possible for me to have kids. Huh? Why is that?
I don't get it.
I got the mumps 4 years ago, and at the same time, I got testicular inflammation. And because of it, I'm not fertile anymore. So if you insist that the child is mine, our son would need to be at least 4 years old, but he's not, so...
What?
I got a fertility test yesterday just in case. I can show you the results if you want. Yes, I'd like to see those results. I'll get it to you in a few days once it's available.
But you took the test yesterday, so it doesn't say anything about your condition around the time our son was born. Hey guys! I know I wasn't invited, but I came anyway to support my lovely husband.
Helen! What are you doing here?
Sorry to barge in on you like this, but since I'm married to Alan, I suppose that gives me the right to participate in this important meeting of yours. Oh, so you're Alan's new wife. I am. Nice to finally meet you, Sarah. I've heard so much about you from Alan.
What is it?
I took strands of hair from both Alan and Sarah and was able to determine the blood relationship with the child in question. How does this work?
Helen then showed us how her experiments worked. Once Helen poured a reagent into one of the test tubes, the liquid turned red from the original clear color. Wow, the liquid is now red.
Red means that there is a blood relationship between the parent and child. And when there's no blood relationship, the color of the liquid doesn't change, even if the reagent is added. I'm sure I can get a hair sample from Sarah that has the data from 3 years ago, since her hair is very long. If I can get a sample of her hair from 3 years ago, the data of the baby will be in the hair sample too, which means that I can test the blood relationship between Alan and the child using Sarah's old hair. I'm gonna take a piece of your hair, Sarah. Excuse me.
Helen then combined my hair sample with the hair sample she just took from Sarah. After that, she added the reagent to the test tube.
Color hasn't changed, which means there is no blood relationship between your child and Alan.
I knew it! You tried to trick me into paying you money! I bet the father of the child is the guy you cheated on me with when we were still married.
Well, I wanted to see if you'd fall for my lie. I mean, we were going to get divorced anyway. I wanted to see if you'd be stupid enough to pay the child support payments. According to the law, any child born within 300 days of a divorce is registered as the child of the ex-husband. That's why Alan's name was listed as the father of the child on the family registry.
I didn't know about this law until Helen told me about it, so when I first saw the family registry, I couldn't believe my eyes. What happened with your boyfriend in the end anyway? I thought that you guys had planned to get married.
He left me for another woman. I panicked because I found out that I was pregnant soon after we got divorced. I hoped that my boyfriend would come back to me if I told him that I was pregnant with his child, but he didn't seem to care at all. He told me that the baby wasn't his problem because we had already broken up.
Oh, so he dumped you. Sarah told her boyfriend at the time that he was the father of the baby because she hadn't slept with me in a long time. In the beginning, her ex-boyfriend agreed to pay her child support, but as Sarah's son grew older, her ex became suspicious about whether the child was really his because the boy looks nothing like him. That's when her ex stopped making the child support payments to Sarah, so that's why you came to me. How dare you! I'm so glad that we're divorced.
When I showed Aaron my family registry, he told me that I could ask you for child support since your name was listed as the father of the child.
Well, it was wrong of you to take his advice. You both put me through a lot of emotional stress.
But now everything is out in the open.
And I have you to thank for that, Helen.
What did you think of my experiments?
They were great. The experiments seemed so real. Huh? What do you mean by they seemed real?
Did you trick me into telling the truth?
Yes, that's right. We outsmarted you. How does it feel to be tricked like this?
Yes, I was totally bluffing. I just used the right substances to change the color of the liquid.
How dare you trick us like this? Well, to be fair, you tricked me first. You're making a big fool out of me.
So if Helen's experiments were fake, does this mean that there's still a chance that Alan is the father of my child?
Don't you ever give up? If you want, I can take a DNA paternity test to prove to you that I'm not your child's father.
You should. I still don't believe you.
The results of my DNA paternity test were out. See? I'm not related to your son in any way, so you can stop pestering me now. I'm going to use the test results to request a change to the family registry. Can't we get your ex-boyfriend to take a paternity test? We need to determine who the father is so that we can start to receive the child support payments.
If Aaron's not the father, I think we can assume that my ex-boyfriend is the father. I'll get in touch with him regarding child support. We both thought that Aaron was the father because my child looks nothing like my ex-boyfriend. We each have 2 different types of genes, and our children receive one of each type from their parents. And sometimes the child receives the recessive gene, which means that the child does not necessarily look like their parents.
You explained it so well, Helen. Then we need to convince your ex-boyfriend to resume the child support payments. If he refuses, we can ask him to take a paternity test.
I just realized that I don't have his phone number anymore.
Then who's going to pay for your son's living expenses?
I don't know, Aaron.
This is all your fault, Sarah. You created this mess and you need to fix it.
Don't try to blame this whole thing on me. It was your idea too. You wanted to take money from Alan just as much as me. This is both our responsibilities. Don't be so patronizing.
It looks like you two need to sort this out, so let us give you some privacy.
I hope that their relationship is strong enough to overcome this.
Actually, there is one more thing that we need to tell you before we go. What is it? I'm going to be suing Aaron for defaming me. I'll be seeing you in court. Please prepare to pay me for the emotional stress that you caused me. Why in the world would you sue me? I didn't do anything wrong. If you punch me, I'll be suing you for assault as well. Because of all the bad rumors that you spread about me at work, all of my colleagues began to avoid me, and I've been completely isolated. Can't believe that you're suing me. Just as I had hoped, I was able to remove my name as the father of Sarah's child. And so Sarah and Aaron could no longer request any money from me. As for Aaron, our colleagues found out the truth about him.
Aaron, Aaron tried to trick Alan into paying him money by using his fiance's child. How could he do such a terrible thing?
That fraud.
In the end, though, Alan sued Aaron for defamation, and so Aaron was the one who was ordered to pay money to Alan. Because of their money troubles, Aaron and Sarah's marriage is off to a rocky start.
People at work didn't trust Aaron after he had lied about everything, and in the end, Aaron ended up quitting his job. Hey Aaron, today's your last day at this company, right? It was nice knowing you, and best of luck. I know that you don't mean any of that. You ruined my life. Don't forget to make those payments to me. I heard that after Aaron quit his job, he and Sarah were penniless. They had expected to receive child support payments from me, but things didn't go as planned for them. I guess they both need to go find themselves new jobs soon. Otherwise, they'll end up on the streets. Helen and I continue to be happily married, and we are both relieved to have Sarah and Aaron out of our lives. And after 3 years passed, we had a baby together, and we couldn't have been happier. Thank you for putting up with me all these years. I'm so grateful to have you in my life.
I love my life with you. Even if we encounter problems along the way, if we support each other, we can get through anything.
Because I had contracted a mump several years ago, my doctor told me that it would be difficult for me to have children, but it seemed that I still have a slim chance of becoming a father. After years of fertility treatments, Helen and I were able to get pregnant. I'm so lucky to have been able to marry Helen. Trouble Busters!